Margarita Monday.
Margarita Monday.
Monday. Margarita Monday. Oh, hey. Hey there, didn't see you there. This week, okay, I'm gonna be a little bit lazy. This week what we're gonna do is a little bit Q&A. I've got a bunch of little flashcards here with questions that you guys have sent in. Let's answer them.
Here comes the Jeopardy round. Joel, what are you using one right now?
I'm using the Emech. The Emech takes two 18650s, so a lot of battery life on it. It's got a flashlight. If I can figure this out somewhere. Yeah, hold on. I got this. Booyah, flashlight. The big thing with this is it does 6 volts, but it does 30 watts. And this thing is cool because I can use rebuildables on it, or I can use regular tanks. The only drawback that I find on it is if I want to do ghost stories and I go, ghost story vapes, as soon as I try and hit it, it just turns off the flashlight. But yeah, this thing is awesome. The Emech is it's a new kind of, if you're into rebuildables. I like using my kanger tanks on these a lot, but this thing it has a clock, an alarm clock, it has everything on it. It's a lot of fun. The big thing is it takes two 18650s, so the battery life is phenomenal. I love this thing. The next question I got is from Lauren. Lauren says, Joel, what is the most important vaping habit that you've learned? For me, the biggest thing that I've learned is pay it forward. I would have never been a vapor had it not been for someone who paid it forward. So let's say that you're using an electronic cigarette and you're getting into this and you're having fun with it after a while. Instead of throwing your stuff to the curb, find one of your friends that smokes, pay it forward. Take your old battery, give it to your friend, give them your old tank, set them up, because who knows, maybe it's gonna work and it'll help out for them. If it wasn't for someone paying it forward to me, that's you, JD, a guy out in Minnesota. He smells like farts, but his name's JD. He actually paid it forward to me, and he gave me a kit that got me going. And if it wasn't for him, I would have never started vaping. So you never know. Make sure, pay it forward. Use your old kits. Give it to your friends, your smoker friends. If you pay it forward, it's good karma anyway. Do it. Next question. Joel, what is the desired temperature for boiling frogs? Go f yourself. Joel, now that you're doing your videos on YouTube, do you have any pet peeves when it comes to vaping? One. I have one pet peeve. My big pet peeve is juice reviews. Let me put it to you this way. If I did a juice review, let's say that I have a flavor right here, and I tell you that this is the best flavor I've ever had, and then I sit here and oh, this tastes so good. Oh, it's like fruity, and it's like orange, and then it's like strawberries, and then it's like, there's no way that you will know what the hell I'm vaping on. The only way you can try it is try it yourself. Sometimes you have to go out on a limb, and if someone's sitting there and they're going, oh, this is so good, you have to try it for yourself. Who knows? Everybody's palate is different. Your taste might be different than mine. Mine is obviously going to be different than yours. Everybody's different. I've tried some good juices. I've tried juices where people have told me it is the greatest juice on the face of the planet. So I went out and I tried it and I went, that's disgusting. Try it for yourself. Yeah, there's a little margin for error. Yeah, you might make a little mistake. Yeah, but you make the decision in the end. If I tell you that I like something that tastes like snausberries, it just might not taste like snausberries.
The snausberries taste like snausberries.
Now you fucked up!
Joel, tell us a strange fact about you. I'm not wearing any pants.
What the fuck?
Joel, I want to get a juice with a higher VG. What is the difference between PG and VG? Simply put, if you're trying to use a tank, the higher VG, which is vegetable glycerin, VG gives you more clouds. If you're looking for something with more clouds, you get a higher VG. I know with our store, we use a blend that has a little bit higher, but we don't go crazy with the VG, but we have a high VG, so that way you can get a lot of clouds, but you still get a lot of flavor. The PG, the propylene glycal, the stuff that's been in inhalers since 1952, Google it. That is what usually holds the flavor. It depends what company that you're talking to, but some companies, their nicotine is PG based or VG based. Steve writes, Joel, why do they call them drip tips? That's actually a real good one for me. Drip tips, when I started vaping 5 years ago, we started with stuff like this. Your battery had a 510 adapter. This is old school right here, so I'm going to take you back a little bit. This is a 510 atomizer. This inside, no cotton, no nothing like that. There's just a little steel wool bridge in there. Now what would happen was you used to have these little tiny tips with the pinhole tips, and they used to have cotton in them, and they'd put the juice in there, even if it was from China. That's where it was from. Boo, China, boo. Now what happened was, over time, people realized that instead of using these tips, they could take their juice and just drip directly onto the atomizer. Over time, everybody graduated, and they'd graduate to put a tip on it where while you were driving, you could drip your juice through the mouthpiece, and that is where the term drip tip came from. Nowadays it's kind of redundant because people use these things and you have tanks and you can't drip into your tank, but originally that's where drip tips came from, because you drip into your atomizer. I'm old school, I like this, this is nice. Hey Joel, should I be worried if I get nicotine on my skin? Yes. Do you put the lotion in the basket?
Put the lotion in the basket.
Obviously you don't want it on your skin. Wash your hands quick, you should be okay. That's pretty simple. Nicotine on your skin isn't totally the worst thing in the world. I wouldn't get freaked out over it. What I would say is obviously wash your hands quickly. I'd be a little bit more worried if you're a vapor and you get nicotine in your eye. And don't think, if you've been vaping for a while, you know you've got nicotine in your eye. You got some on your fingers and you go, oh, it burns. It happens to all of us. Don't get frustrated, it happens. Dear Joel, are you single? Hey Joel, will my juice change if I leave it in the car? It depends on where you live. I live in Arizona. So when you live in Arizona, it gets really, can I do it with the microphone? Really hot. When it gets really hot out here, heat and sunlight will do strange things to your juice. If you have an e-cig and you live in some place that's warm, obviously more heat, more sunlight will do stuff to your juice that makes it change for the worse. If you have any say over or any control over what you're doing with your device, make sure that you keep it in a nice cool place. I've got guys who live in Arizona who work outdoors all day. I tell them to put their juice in a cooler. Why? Because if they leave it in their car, their juice will go black and it will get bad in a hurry. Here's the last question. The last question is, Joel, I saw your video a couple of weeks ago and you said to do your research. How do you do your research and how would you recommend doing research? Everybody's different. Now, when I do my research, I have a lot of people that I go to, my trusted sources that I go to for juice or for any vaping knowledge. I got people for juice. I got people for, you know, coils or new stuff like that. Find people who know what they're doing in the community. Find people who have been vaping longer than you. I will do my best to try and help you out, but you don't have to take my word for it. I will give you my opinion on certain things. Take it into account though, because you can ask somebody else, maybe they've had a better or worse experience. As many people that you have chiming in on the same subject, you can make up your mind for yourself. Hopefully I answered your questions correctly or to your liking. If you have more questions, leave a comment down below in the comments, or email us and give us more questions. We'll do this again sometime. I'm Joel. I'm at Vape Escapes, and you're listening to the Vape channel. Keep it real, keep it fresh, keep it real fresh. You ready? Watch this moonwalk. A real slow moonwalk.